Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a KV-1 toolbox off of a top hole. So I've got the top hole here. This is one of my extra ones. You don't have to remove the internals on the inside, but it is suggested as we're going to get a little high temperature. What we're going to start out with doing is we're going to find these two little holes right here. Well, they're not holes because they're filled, but right now this is what comes out, or this is how the toolboxes are mounted, I should say. Okay, so we look at them in profile. You can see those two little tabs. Those are going to be these two tabs here directly underneath the toolbox. So when we open them up, you can actually see them down in there. So what we're going to do is first find them here and here, and then we're going to cut around the super glue. Okay, so let's start with that. Please be careful when you're doing this. You don't want to cut your finger. What I'm using is a hobby knife. If you have some kind of solvent, you can use that as well. Also a flat screwdriver. What you're trying to do is really break the seal between the metal post coming out of that toolbox and the top of the plastic hole. Make sure you get around this really well too. Alright, so that's one. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one real quick. Okay, so I went ahead and scratched the second one out, and I went ahead and cleaned up the first one as well, so it's a little bit more. I went ahead and scratched around the outside of it too with one of my broken screwdrivers here, so I just went in, scratched around and so and such. Now comes the hard part. I actually have a heat gun, but you can use a blow dryer. What I would suggest is turning it on low. I have a little low setting there. If you get it too hot, you can warp it. Luckily, since let's see if I can explain here. If you do manage to warp it, you do get halfway lucky in the fact that the toolbox will cover up most of it, but try not to overheat it. So now we're going to use the heat gun. We're going to start off by blowing a little bit on the inside of the toolbox and then going from the outside or the bottom next. So make sure and keep it moving. And there we go. Popped right on out. So there is how to remove a very hot toolbox. Ow, burned me twice. So there's how to remove the toolbox from your KV-1.